Sympathy is when you feel bad for someone. Empathy is when you climb into their skin and you feel what they're feeling.
You're listening to the Healthcare Raw podcast with Dove Marcus. Visit us at healthcareraw.com.
My dear, beautiful friends, this is Dove Marcus, director of spiritualnursing.com and conductor of this super awesome podcast. I'm making this podcast for you, my amazing patients. You people inspire me every day. You go through things that most others cannot even imagine in their wildest dreams. You frequent healthcare. You do what you need to do. You see everything that goes on. And sometimes it just doesn't seem like you have a voice. Well, guess what, folks? That has changed right now. You have a voice. And that's what this podcast is all about. So, today, I want to talk about something which I'm sure a lot of you will listen to and say, gosh, yeah, I know what he's talking about. I'm going to start with a scenario. So, you're laying there in bed or you're chilling out at home, not feeling well or whatever, right? And if you're not a patient, you can apply this to somewhere in your own life. And you've got an issue, medical issue, personal life issue, some kind of issue. And you reach out to someone, or there's someone who is there, maybe a nurse, or you're talking with a friend, and you say, oh man, I've got so-and-so problem. I've got this problem. My stomach hurts, or my bank account is empty. Or, come on, you name it. Push pause, take a pen and pencil and whatever, paper, write it down. Okay? But you tell them that you've got a problem. So then this person, this Samaritan, looks at you and says, wow, everyone's got problems. Everyone has their problems. Let me ask you a question. What will your reaction be? What will your reaction be when that person answers back like that? Will you say, "Oh, wow, yeah. Oh yeah, he gets me. He's there. Yeah, he gets it. Yeah. I feel really good right now." Or perhaps you might feel even more lonely and more helpless. I will tell you, my beautiful friends, I have had this problem. I have had this problem in my life. I've had issues. You know what? I'm talking in a very generic way. Right now, we all have issues. It's part of life, right? And so this one time, I was having a particular issue in my life, and I reached out to a friend. And I said, hey man, I've got this going on. I've got that going on. I don't know how I'm going to handle it or how I'm going to get through. I'm having a really hard time, etc. Okay, I wasn't just complaining. I was trying to find out an answer. I'm sorry, I just got distracted by something. I'm really sorry, guys. When I do this, I'm thinking about you. You may listen to a whole bunch of podcasts out there. You know, you've got them all down on your iPhone, and you're like so cool. You got like 80 different podcasts, and you know which one to listen to when. And then you're listening to me and you're like, wow, this guy's talking the truth, but God, why does he interrupt his own thoughts like that? Look, I'm a person, and that's part of this whole thing, okay? So anyhow, I reach out to this guy. I'm like, hey man, I'm having some issues. I need some help. And what is his response? Everyone's got issues. You need to do it on your own. What the heck, right? That was my response. I was like, what the heck is wrong with this guy? Does he not hear me? Does he not hear me? Does he really believes that the only way to get through an issue is on your own? It felt like it's not fair. So that's what really inspired me to talk about this today. I see people a lot. I see a lot of people who are in vulnerable situations, various vulnerable life situations. And when I sit down or try to help, the last thing that I want to do is say everyone's got their problems. Imagine, like I'm sitting with someone who's got cancer, right? And they're like, "Oh man, I got cancer and I got to go through chemo and the doctor's like, "Yeah, man, you got like a year, maybe 2 years if you're lucky." And then I look at them and I'm like, "You know, everyone's got their problems." Freaking heck, I'd be kicked out of that guy's presence. He'd throw me out the window, right? It's obnoxious. It's obnoxious. But you know what it is? It shows on an utter lack of empathy. Empathy, okay? Sympathy is when you feel bad for someone. Empathy is when you climb into their skin and you feel what they're feeling, or at least you portray that you're trying to do that. So the last thing that you want to tell someone who's going through tough times is everyone's got problems, right? It's ironic that the person who gave me this response was someone who has dedicated a significant amount of time in his life to actually go out and help people in the particular regard that I was approaching him about. And so I reach out to him and he says, everyone's got their problems. You think I don't have problems? So let me ask you, dear beautiful listeners, okay, and you can get back to me on this. You can reach out on Facebook or on Twitter at Dove Marcus, or you can get on spiritualnursing.com or send me an email. I want to know, am I off over here? Am I missing something? Am I missing something? Come on, be honest. What do you think about this kind of scenario? Am I wrong for comparing my personal situation with someone who has cancer? Is that wrong? Is it the same feeling? Do you ever have those kinds of experiences? Have you ever had an experience like that when someone came in and saw you suffering and maybe you got the feeling that they're looking at you but they're not really seeing you? Because that's how I felt with my friend, right? Do you ever have that experience with a nurse who kind of comes in and just focuses on their job and doesn't even pay any attention to the actual suffering that's going on? But then says, I don't even know what they would say. I can't imagine myself saying anything like that. Let me know what you think. It's really an important thing that I'm trying to uncover here, and I'm being really vulnerable about it. I'm really opening up, folks. This is it's a real deal. I want to know if I am off or if I'm onto something. And if I'm onto something, then what? Then it's good to uncover the truth. Then think about it. But here, let's take this a little bit further, okay? Because if you are sick and you're going to be dealing with healthcare people and family members and community members and friends and anyone who is there for you, technically, emotionally, you will find that. It will happen. So I oftentimes meet with people who are just getting out of the hospital, and they'll tell me things like, "Yeah, this nurse came in and just didn't see me," and the nurse, I was having a panic attack, and the nurse told me to calm down, right? So what I'm going to tell you is that let's flip the coin. Okay, you're smart, you're perceptive, you see what's going on. So because that person doesn't have empathy, you're going to let it rattle your day? Honestly, I let it rattle my day when my friend turned me down like that, and turned me down, just didn't show empathy. He just didn't get it, right? So Are you going to let that ruin your day? Because it's going to happen. You think that every single person who walks into your room is an angel? Come on, you know it already. So what I'm going to tell you is be strong, be smart, and just awareness. Don't let it ruin your day. Kind of like internally laugh, because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, you know what? I actually feel bad for him. I literally feel bad for him. Okay? I literally feel bad. You think, look, in my work as a nurse, you think it just came easy that like you gotta work on empathy, and somewhere in my brain I'm telling myself that not everyone is capable of it, but if you're listening this far and you're nodding your head, then I know that I'm onto something. All right, folks, this has been a truly fantastic 10 minutes, and I love you guys. Keep on being strong. Join the community. Let's get this out there. There's a lot of work to be done. There are a lot of suffering people. And you, if you're suffering yourself, look, join up with us. I'm so grateful for you being with us, and really, truly, I hope that you can be with us for a very long time. So God bless you and have a fantastic day. I'll see you in the next recording or audio or podcast. You know what? I kind of just call it whatever comes to mind. Is that okay? Is it okay that I'm not working on the branding over here? Either way, have a good day, and let me know what you think. Take care.